Hey everybody, I have a fun episode for you today where I ask my usual question about what is the greatest lesson you've ever learned in your life. Today I want to introduce somebody extremely interesting and brave. This is my new friend Anita, am I saying this right? Yusof?
Yusof, yeah.
Yusof. And she is Malaysian and she has biked on a motorbike all around the world by herself. There's a smorgasbord of questions that I want to ask you. I'm gonna narrow it down to just a few, and here we go. Hi Anita.
Hello, Scott.
So you're in Cusco. Are you enjoying Cusco Peru so far?
Oh yes, definitely. Except for it's cold for me.
That's true, because you're from Malaysia.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Malaysia?
I'm 2 hours north of the capital city, Kuala Lumpur. My hometown is Ipoh.
I am so interested in your life, but I'm gonna just try to narrow this down. This is obviously, is this the bike you went all around the world with?
Yes, it is, and I name it Givi.
Oh, oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh no. Givi is the label of the...
Oh, sorry.
It's GD.
Okay, got it. So I want to jump right into a rather dramatic question.
Okay.
Have you ever in your travels with this bike encountered a situation where you were fairly sure you were going to die or you were super worried that you were going to die?
Oh yes.
Can you please tell us one?
Now it's my second time doing a world ride. So during the first world ride, which I did in 2015 to 2016, I was crossing the Atacama Desert in Chile, and I was being blown away by a very, very strong side wind. So I was being shifted from my lane to the opposite lane, and I couldn't get back to my lane because the wind was super strong. And there is a huge truck coming from the opposite direction, and the driver was honking, tin, asking me to get away from his lane. But in the nick of time, I don't know, suddenly the wind which is coming from my right hand side, suddenly it goes from the left hand side and push me back to my lane.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
What
so
would
that
have
was
happened?
scary.
You would have just gone off the road and that would have been the end of it?
Yeah, maybe. So I won't be here anymore.
Anita, I'm really glad that didn't happen.
Yeah, me too.
So can you tell me, what do you hold some kind of record for taking this bike like all around the world, and what exactly does all around the world mean?
For the first world ride, I did 4 continents, North America, South America, Europe, and Asia. And during the first world ride, I started in Seattle, United States. And the easternmost point of my ride is Vladivostok, Russia. So if you look at the world map, So if you look at the world map, Seattle and Vladivostok, it lies on the same latitude, but separated by the Pacific Ocean. Should it be no Pacific Ocean, I would have met point to point. So it means that I've done circle of a world ride. And yes, I have a few titles. I got 2 titles in the Malaysia Book of Record and 1 title in the Asia Book of Records.
Wow, congratulations on that. That's a level of bravery. I'm sure you've heard this before. I'm not familiar with that level of bravery at all. The fact that you've traveled the world on a motorcycle and done these adventures, what is the aspect of it being a woman and safety, and what is the aspect of it being a Muslim, if you wouldn't mind answering that?
Okay, being a woman, to me, doing a world ride alone, there are advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so the advantage is normally people will take pity more on you, but the disadvantages is for example, okay, so when I'm alone and if I drop the bike in the middle of nowhere, it's hard for me to put it back to stand. And of course, safety wise, so being a woman and alone, I have to be more concerned of my whereabouts and also place where I stayed. And when I cross the border, sometimes being a woman alone on a motorbike, it can it can make things easier for me to do all the border crossing procedures, and sometimes I'm being bullied too by the border officers.
Interesting. Okay. In any way, does your religion play into this, or?
I'm not pious, but I try to be a good Muslim. So whenever I need to pray, sometimes it's a little bit difficult when I'm staying in hostel, in dorms, in a shared room, because I don't have the privacy. But other than that, okay, actually, I wouldn't say that it's the religion which makes it difficult for me. It's the people. You know how people accept me being a Muslim, because some I'm sure you know Islamophobic, okay? So these people, so when they saw I cover my hair, and then they already have the stigma, and I can't change that. So this kind of people, which I have faced in the past, they show that they dislike me because I'm a Muslim. But I just couldn't be bothered about that. Yeah. So I just do my things, you do your things.
I understand.
Yeah. But there are also times when people are very impressed because of from the little knowledge they know about my religion. So in their mind, they think that Muslim women are being oppressed, and Muslim women are backwards. But here I am doing things which even men, not all men dare to do. So they are impressed of what I'm doing.
All right, Anita, thank you for putting up with the heat. Okay, this is the last question, I promise.
Yeah.
What is the most important lesson you've ever learned in your entire life?
Okay, so especially when I'm doing this travel, as mentioned, I'm a Muslim. So it really shows to me that whatever is written in the Holy Book of Quran it really happened when I'm doing my ride. For example, like okay, in the Holy Book of Quran is mentioned that okay, God knows what's best for you. Sometimes you ask for A, but you didn't get an A. You didn't get anything, so you are wondering why. But at the end of the day, you will find the answer. So that's the same thing what's happening to me. So I strongly believe, first thing is, if whatever that I want, but it does not, I didn't get it at that time, it's because of God knows what's best for you. Whatever that you think is best for you, but actually it's not the best for you. So it's either God didn't answer your prayers, or God says, I have better plans for you. So this is what happened many times to me during my travels. So I really learned this lesson. So we must always have faith in God. So we shouldn't be angry to God if our prayers are not answered, because He's the Lord. He knows what's best for you. That's what I learned the best in life.
I love that answer. I'm gonna think about that a lot in the next week. Thank you so much for your time.
You're
and
welcome.
obviously I wish you the safest travels always. I hope that angels are on your shoulder everywhere you go.
Amen. Okay,
Thank you so much, Anita.
Thank you. Okay.